The cattle industry continues to grow here in Louisiana, up by 3% since last year. That's according to the USDA's National Agricultural Statistics Service. What's also grown for cattle farmers is the cost of business and their concern for the environment. This week in Louisiana Agriculture's Michael Danna shows us how one farmer is taking care of both of those concerns.
Hank Schumacher and his grandson Dusty are out for a Sunday drive. They're making the rounds on Hank's 130-acre farm here in Husser, checking on their 150 head of Brayford cattle.
Come on, girls. Come on. Come on.
To work these animals, it just takes the two of them, thanks to some improvements made through the EQIP program, a conservation initiative by the Natural Resources Conservation Service.
This field here is 20 acres.
The centerpiece of improvements Schumacher made to his operation involves lanes that move cattle easily from one field to the next. Through EQIP, he installed concrete water troughs. While they were a bit more expensive, Schumacher knows they'll last a lifetime. There's also the electric fencing, with his entire herd at times being corralled by a single wire.
This is our string that we use to make all our gates and our gaps. They broke the string. If I want to move those cattle, I can actually take a string and walk around them, and they'll walk away from me and go through a gate or a pen.
All these improvements were important to Schumacher because one day, he says, this ranch will be owned and operated by his grandson, Dusty. It's easy to spot the concrete troughs, the electric fencing that makes for easy and efficient lanes to move his cows, but then there's the goldfish.
When I put in my water troughs, I went and bought goldfish to put in the water troughs to eat the mosquito larvae. Now, one of the things that I didn't realize was that the goldfish started populating.
The fish not only control mosquitoes, but they also feed on the algae, keeping the water cleaner for his animals. Schumacher's operation uses rotational or controlled grazing. The process keeps the fields lush green rather than being trampled down by cattle which graze in the same fields year-round. Then there's the clover. It's a great source of nitrogen, and best of all, it's free.
But we don't spray the fields for the thistles because we don't want to lose the clover. So Dusty digs all the thistles with a hoe every winter so that we don't have thistles or chardon in our pasture.
Louisiana leads the nation in farmers and ranchers who take advantage of such programs. State conservationist Kevin Norton said such environmental initiatives have become a cornerstone of U.S. farm policy.
In that program, Congress has asked that 60% of the funds nationally go to livestock-related agriculture. Big program from Louisiana, $13 million a year is about what we get.
Back at Hank Schumacher's, grandfather and grandson are making the last checks of the evening before heading home. What Hank Schumacher works today, his grandson Dusty Talon will live on and care for in the future.
You my boy.
From Husser, I'm Michael Danna for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Under the program, producers can qualify for up to 50% of the cost of improvements like those you saw at Hank Schumacher's. For more information, you can contact your local NRCS office or click over to twilatv.org and we'll tell you more about it. By the way, after Mike shot that story, Hank suffered a heart attack and had to undergo emergency surgery. He's recovering and doing well. Our prayers are with you, Hank.